Hey pros, Crystal here from Elite Hair Care USA. So I hope everybody's having an amazing day. We're gonna get straight into the content. So today's video is all about transitioning from relaxed to natural. Now, let's just get straight into it. A lot of you have decided that today was the day that you are going to be transitioning. A lot of you have been transitioning for different reasons, whether it be you saw a superstar that did it, or you're having issues with chemical processing, or you're just all on this natural purge and you just want to really just get straight into it and you want to start feeling better about yourself, or maybe the relaxer is just not doing your hair right. But we'll talk a little bit about the relaxer and natural hair and all of that good stuff in our other video, which is transitioning from natural to relaxed. So we'll go into that. But first things first, if you're new to my channel, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Please don't forget to also thumbs up this video as you guys are watching. Get your pen, get your paper, because you're definitely going to need something to write down a lot of the good deets that I'm about to give you. Also, if you like all the information that I'm giving you and you want really more, please enroll in our Elite Hair Care University classes. Those are my private Zoom classes that I offer on Wednesdays on different topics. How you can get access to the different classes, go to elitehaircareuniversity.com. All right, so number one to how to transition from relaxed to natural. First things first, you have to stop relaxing. Just as simple as that. Like, I can't really say that any easier than you have to stop relaxing. Period. Like, if you're going to transition, you're going to transition. And this is a lengthy process. So this is not something for you to say today, I think I want to go natural. And then 3 weeks later, when that new growth starts kicking in, you're ready to relax your hair and start this process all over again. So go ahead and get it out of your mind that you do not want to relax your hair anymore. And you are going to do exactly what it takes for you to get past being relaxed. Number two, you want to ensure that you limit over straightening your hair. So a common mistake that people make when they are transitioning from relaxed to natural is they go the silk press route. While silk presses are really nothing, there's nothing wrong with silk presses, but if you plan on wearing your hair in its natural texture, you cannot continue to over straighten your hair. So you can't get into the phase of silk pressing every 2 to 3 weeks, because eventually you're gonna break the bond and your hair is not going to revert. So you are going to be permanently straight. While you are not relaxed, you are permanently straight. Most times when people are going from relaxed to natural, they typically do want that curl pattern. They don't really want their hair to be bone straight. Now, there is a such thing as heat training, which you can definitely do if you just want your hair to be natural. You just don't want the relaxer, but you still would like to have it straight, okay? Number three. Stay away from straightening treatments or anything that poses as a straightening treatment. The reason why I say that is because in this day and age, there are a lot of different companies that create things that that they consider to be a healthy way of straightening. They promote it as no relaxer straightening. They promote it as healthy straightening. They promote it as chemical-free straightening. There's so many different gimmicks and gadgets and words or verbiage that they use to really fool your mind and tell you that you're just not getting a relaxer. But in turn, they're using other things that can break the bond in the hair, and the hair eventually will not revert. So a lot of them promote that you'll be able to go back and forth between straight and natural. They'll promote that your hair will last a lot longer when it's straight. They have so many different ways of promoting these different straightening systems, and they're all one and the same. So, of course, we have your keratin, we have your amino acids, we have your Brazilian blowouts. We have so many different types of straightening systems, Japanese straighteners, all of that stuff. They will turn out looking really pretty the first day, the second day, the third day. But when you start getting into the retouch of this service, or months later down the road, you start noticing that you're shedding a lot more. Your hair is not as healthy as when you started. It's a little more brittle than anything else. Why? Because they are using things not in moderation. They're overusing certain raw materials that allow you to have that straightening effect, But really and truly, it's just damaging your hair to ultimately get you back to square one, where the big chop is exactly what you're going to end up doing. So that leads me into the next one, which is don't try to transition for anything past a year. If you want to transition, that is a-okay. But a lot of you like to transition for over a year and your hair suffers. A lot of you forget that you are transitioning, that this is a very confusing process to your hair. And then you decide 5 years down the road, oh, I don't want to transition anymore. And you have like this much hair left and you're holding on to it. When really that big chop should have happened about 4 years ago. So I always say when you're transitioning, you don't want to keep the transitioning process going for more than a year. 1 year will give you enough new growth that you can do the big chop. It'll give you enough new growth that you're able to do your braids or something of that nature and embrace that natural hair. Okay? If you go past a year, you're going to really put your hair in jeopardy of just suffering. You're going to really hurt the integrity of your hair. And it's definitely something that I am strong or adamant on. I believe that you should not transition for more than a year. At that point, you should be a-okay with doing that big chop. And if you are approaching a year or you're past a year and you're still not okay with the big chop, you need to get it together, honey, and pick which direction you want to go because your hair is going to begin to suffer. Okay? So take my foolish but smart advice. Don't transition for more than a year. Go ahead and get that big chop. Okay, let's talk regimen, which I have my regimen actually written down. Your girl's trying to make sure that she keeps her brain in order. So let's talk regimen. You want to follow what I call the Elite Hair Care transitioning regimen from relaxed to natural. There is a different regimen from natural to relaxed. Now, where people also go wrong is when they are transitioning, you start only focusing on one texture of hair, which is usually the natural hair. When really you're transitioning, you need to focus on both types because you still have relaxed hair and you still have natural hair. And both of them have to be preserved until the day you cut off that relaxed hair. So you don't want to become the person that you're only paying attention to the natural hair and then your relaxed hair starts to suffer while you're still trying to hold on to this relaxed hair for you to be able to get to a length that you are comfortable for you to do your big chop. So don't neglect the fact that you still have that relaxed hair because out of sight, out of mind means nothing. That hair will shed and it will also take some of that natural hair with it. So be mindful that you have to be able to nourish both the natural hair and the relaxed hair. So let's start. You are always going to make sure that you alternate between strength and moisture. I always tell you guys that healthy hair care means an equal balance of strength and moisture. An equal balance of strength and moisture, okay? So what you're going to do is you're going to alternate between your strengthening regimen and your moisture regimen. They are two totally separate things. They are totally separate products. So you want to deal with your strengthening side and then you want to deal with your moisture side, okay? So let's start with the strengthening side. Number one, I definitely recommend our Amina Strengthening Shampoo. Now, you guys know Elite Hair Care for our hair repair and restore shampoo. That is our hero product along with our serums. But because you are strengthening, and it's not necessarily about repair, we're not repairing the relaxed hair, we are strengthening that relaxed hair so that you can get through the transitioning process. So that Amina Strengthening Shampoo, which is also sulfate free, so it's not gonna hurt the natural hair, it's not gonna strip you entirely of all of your natural oils, it is gonna help strengthen both that natural in moderation, but also that relaxed hair that really, really needs it until the time comes for you to cut it off. You are also going to do our Makeda Strengthening Deep Conditioning Mask. Did you hear me? It is a mask, you guys. So it's a little bit thicker than the instant conditioner. This mask is going to, number one, help with the relaxed hair, but it is also, number two, going to help with the natural hair. So it's still going to strengthen, but the good thing is, because I know a lot of you are so afraid of protein, this is a silk-based strengthening conditioner. So it is not 100% a protein, and it is not going to hinder your porosity of any sort. Now remember, you currently might have two different porosities, high and low, because your natural hair could be low porosity and your relaxed hair, once it's relaxed, it's chemically processed. So now it is high porosity. For those of you that don't know anything about porosity, I highly recommend you sign up for my What's Your Porosity class. That class is coming up in September 2022. If you're watching this video after the fact, you'll be able to watch the replay by going to our website and purchasing the replay at elitehaircareusa.com. Now, you guys know I always say do not skip your leave-in conditioner. That is a vital part of the wash process. Why? Because the leave-in conditioner is your defense after the fact. So you're going to go and use the Nandy Strengthening Leave-In Conditioning Spray, and you are going to mist it on. As I always say, it's a mist. You don't want to get close to the head. That's too concentrated. You want to mist it on. I usually do 3-4 pumps and I'm done. And even at 3-4 pumps, that's a lot, okay? So you want to make sure that you follow up with your Nandy leave-in conditioner. And then as a after product for after care, you can alternate between our Nefertiti hair potioning, which is going to strengthen the bulb of the hair that is growing out and also nourish the hair that is growing out, and our super growth serum. The super growth serum is going to assist, number 1, with the growth of the hair, number 2, the health of the hair, number 3, the health of the scalp. You guys know our super growth serum is awesome, but you can alternate between those two, and you can also cocktail your shampoo and your conditioner with either serum to create an even better strengthening system for your hair. Okay, so that is the strengthening side when you are transitioning from relaxed to natural. Now we're going to reverse it. It's time for the moisture side. The moisture side is going to help with that new growth that is coming out. Remember, when you're transitioning, your hair literally suffers. It is almost dehydrated at this point because you are so confusing to it. It doesn't know what you're telling it to do. Do you want me to be straight or do you want me to be natural? Do you want me to be straight or do you want me to be kinky? Do you want me to be dependent on this chemical service every 6 to 12 weeks? Or do you want me to not be dependent on anything but shampoo and conditioner? That can in turn cause what we call dehydration. So your moisture side is going to help you hydrate the hair, keep that hair, number 1, from dehydrating, because dehydration can also lead to shedding. So keep that in mind. So we definitely recommend our Moist Repair sulfate-free shampoo on the moisture side. That is the all hail to moisturizing your hair subtly. Our Moist Repair is not an overbearing, extremely heavy shampoo. It adds the right amount of moisture in the right places. Then we would say our Moist Me 24 karat mask. The Moist Me 24 karat mask is a deep conditioning mask. So if I'm telling you it's a deep conditioner, that means that you should be doing what? Deep conditioning, meaning you need to either put your processing cap on your head and go under that hooded dryer for about 15 to 20 minutes, or you can use your hydration steamer and you can steam your hair for about 5 to 15 minutes. So you choose whichever one works for you at that time. You can also alternate that on your wash days. Do not be afraid to alternate how you do your treatments. They all help. They all help. Then you want to make sure you have the Moist Repair leave-in conditioner. That is going to be your defense after the moisturizing treatments that you just did for the elements after the fact. Remember, you go out into the environment, and now for the next 2 weeks, you are fighting against the environment. So you want to make sure that you are aiding your hair in that process. Lastly, and this is a overhaul, no matter if you are strengthening or moisturizing, add a little bit of Frizz Tamer and Shine Serum to your regimen. What that is going to do after the fact when your hair is nice and dry, or maybe you're wearing it out, add about a dime size of Frizz Tamer and Shine Serum, scrunch it up on the hair. That is a silicone-based Frizz Tamer, heat protected and element protected. So it is a silicone that is not going to allow those UV rays to penetrate and dry or dehydrate the hair any more than what it already is. So it serves as like a barrier, a temporary barrier that's nice and lightweight that you can use no matter if you're natural or relaxed. And you heard me say use at least a dime size or less. A little of all of our products goes an extremely long way. With either regimen that I just gave you, you want to make sure that you are cleansing the scalp. If you have dandruff, psoriasis, dry, itchy scalp, then you can do your pre-treatment with our Soothe and Balance pre-treatment. If you have an itchy scalp, you can also incorporate our Soothe and Balance dry, itchy shampoo or mask, and you can kind of mix and mingle all of those products to make sure that you are giving your hair exactly what it needs. Now, what time or when should you be doing your wash day if you're transitioning? Typically, I follow a 10 to 14 day schedule. So you know that means literally 2 weeks. I don't recommend going past 2 weeks, and I don't recommend doing every single week. Doing every single week can dry the hair out or dehydrate the hair. Remember, we're going to be using these terms. Or if you're overdoing it and you're over moisturizing, over strengthening, you'll notice that your hair is either super oily or super hard. So that means that you are doing one or the other too much, which is the reason why I said to alternate. So if you have a 6-week wash schedule, you start with strengthening this 2 weeks. The next 2 weeks, you're going to do moisture. The next 2 weeks, you can do a cocktail of strength and moisture, where you can use the Makeda conditioner and the Moist Repair shampoo. And now you've co-joined the two and created an ultimate moisture strength cocktail wash day for yourself. That is the key to really taking care of your hair while it is going from relaxed to natural. And how you treat your hair now is ultimately going to tell you how you will treat your hair when it's in its fully natural state after you've fully transitioned and you've done your big chop. Okay? When it's time for big chop, I highly recommend you guys go into a salon. Don't try to do the big chop all on your own. Sometimes you cut hair that is unnecessary because you just don't know. So get someone that you trust to do this big chop. Get someone that understands chopping or cutting of the hair, and you'll be A-okay. I hope this video was of some great goodness for you guys. I hope you guys got some good deets for the free 99. Please don't forget, if you want more information, join my Elite Hair Care University by going to elitehaircareuniversity.com and signing up for one of our amazing Zoom classes that your girl teaches. Yes, I teach all of my classes and they're very informative. Or definitely subscribe to my channel if you're new here. Comment down below. Tell me what you guys think. Give me some big ups in the comments for all the free 99 information. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.